Hi, today I have two of my new journals that will be in my Etsy shop, and I want to welcome all my subscribers and my new subscribers as well. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them below, and feel free to give me any ideas or thoughts on the journals, like things that you would like to see in a journal or things that you don't like in a journal, because I want to make some different ones and I want to get new ideas since I'm new at making journals. And so I have these two here. This one is the blue journal and this one's the green journal. As you can see, there's blue and there's green. This one has more green than this has blue, but it's the blue one. So I'm going to start with the blue one. This one's already in my Etsy shop. But I just now get into a video. This is a paper bag mini journal, and I've used seam binding to tie it, and I did dye this to match. So that goes all the way around. The back goes under, and I did leave a pocket here in the back so you can slide things in there. And there's also a spot right here, right between the blue and the red. You can put a tag, you can put stuff in there. And in the back as well, you can put stuff there. So then I have a little tag and a doily. This has this cute little acetate bird. And then I tied these two different strings on there. And I did sew all the way around the bag, all the way around like this. And I have blue embroidery floss here to hold it together. So in the first page here, there's a little envelope here. Little things tucked in there, but there's that. And I made a little pocket for that, and I punched that with a Marcel's Do It punch. And then here is a flash card and a little paper clip here that I added on. There's a time card. Both these are pretty much the same. There's just minor differences between the two besides being one being blue and one being green. There's that. Then I did some stitching on here. Then let's see, yeah, there's a little tuck spot here. And that one's sealed down, but there's a little tuck spot there. And there's a little date stick on there. There's a score pad. This has a little paper tab glued on. This is a fabric pocket here that I sewed on. I did leave all the thread for those who like it, and you can always trim it off if you don't like it. And then this is a little flip out here, and I sewed muslin on there with a cute little stitching. And there's also a muslin tabby here. And I added some decoration there. I tried to decorate a little bit on a lot of the pages, but I also want to keep them blank for you to use. And there's some stitching here. And then there's a fabric, well, a ribbon belly band there. Got a little tuck spot here. And I just did some stitching there. And there's a pocket here. And this is coffee dyed paper. Any of the papers that are coffee dyed are coffee. This one is naturally aged. That's like tracing paper that is old. And there's a little thing there. It says good times. I don't think, yeah, I didn't leave that open. And another one here. It says dream. And then I had this book page, and I don't know if you can see it or not, but this is a book that had gold edges, so you can kind of see that when you look at it in person. And here's a fabric tabby and stitching and the book page. put a pocket in it because I didn't, the last one I did, I cut the page and I really didn't like cutting it because it has the natural aging here. It's a really old book. So I decided to put a pocket. These are things you learn when you start doing them. It's like you don't always think of everything to do, even no matter how many videos you watch. So I was like, wait a minute, why cut it off when I can just make a pocket? So that way the whole page is intact. And there's a receipt, and then here's a gold, this is a real nice envelope. It's gold, and it's got 2 parts on it here. This opens. I don't remember if I put anything in there. There's nothing inside that one. But these are like from wedding. I got this from an auction or a estate sale. I think it was like for weddings and stuff. So they're really nice envelopes. I've been using those in the centers of all of my journals because they're really nice and heavy duty and really good quality. And the other end I just cut. So there's a guest check in that side. There's the other half of that. The other book page with a fabric tabby in the pocket there. And it says life is sweet. There's a little birdie down here. This one says believe. Notebook paper. More of that aged paper. And I have a fabric flip here that I sewed on. This is really pretty fabric. This is old fabric. My mom, I don't know how many years ago, it's been a long time, my sister was really young. And she's like 40 now, so she was probably like 10. It was probably like 30 years ago. Some place was getting rid of all their fabric from, it was a fabric store that sold curtains and things, so they were getting rid of all the booklets, and she went garbage picking and I got 3 garbage cans full of fabric that I have to go through and wash and take apart from all these books because it's kind of musty smelling from sitting for so long. So the fabric really comes out really, it's really nice. It's really pretty. And then here's coffee dyed cheesecloth. And it was kind of, I just thought that looked cool sewn on there. So this is vintage fabric. And this is like a book print cardstock. So I just flipped that up for a pocket. And I did a little stitching on the edge here in the blue. And everything's in blue. I've done all the stitching and like this little paper in blue and this belly band in blue. Then I have the blue little pin here with the little birdie charm. And I made this little booklet out of paper, and there's cheesecloth and the plastic acetate that says never stop dreaming. So I sewed all that on. And just some little pages to write in. Keeps in notes or whatever. There's that. And I don't remember if I left that open. No, that's sealed down. It's like a little stamp, but it's cardstock. There's a little arrow, cardstock arrow there. And I sewed on the notebook paper. Put a fabric corner in there. And another tabby. There's that. And this is a little flip out here. It's held on with this washi tape. And I decorated that up here. And it says smile. I really love this book. When I make these books, I have to love it or I won't do it. So, you know, these books were made with love because I've been having so much fun doing it, and I make them where I think I would like them. So, and I hope you will like them as well. And that says wish. And here's some more, just some stitching just for fun. There's a tuck spot here. Another one there. Another piece of the aged tracing paper. The time card and the flash card. And then I have a pocket here on this one. And let's see. Okay, I already showed you the one on the back. And here's a little card here as a place you can put the date. It's a little journaling card that I cut out on my Cricut. And I had a stamp to stamp that. So that fits right in here. And there's a little birdie here. I thought that was really cute. So that's the first one. And like I said, these books are made with love. Because if I don't love it, I'm not going to make it. And that's why I want to know, you know, if there's something in my journals that you think that you would like different, or you think I should add, then I would love your input. That's the first one, and that's the blue journal. Now this one is the green one, and this is more of that fabric that I washed up and just put under here, and there's a little tag, and this is popped up. There's a little dimension to it. And on this one I used green stitching all the way around, and I dyed the seam binding. So let's get inside. So here is the first page, and I left, oh, I forgot too, they all have a pocket here with from the bag, where the bag separates. I don't know if you can see that. I can't see in my camera that well. But there's the pocket from the bag, and I do have a card in here as well. Little journaling card right there. And then this page here, I left it open so you can use that as a tuck spot. And they all have like 20 or 21 pages. Like this is 21 pages here, so all the way across would make like 40, and fronts and backs would be like 80. So there's lots of pages. So there's the first page. I thought this was really pretty paper. And I did reverse. The front I have going up and down, and on the inside I put them going this way. Just for fun, for a little change. That one. It's a vintage paper, a receipt. And it says green and black stitching, like the book, green and black. So the top is green and the bobbin was black thread. I used green cardstock in here where that one was blue cardstock. I forgot to mention that. So I got Hope. And this is a little flip up tuck spot. This is a piece of fabric, the vintage fabric that I sewed on. And then this is dyed lace, crocheted lace. Then I have a green clip here with a little feather, like in brass or something. I'm not sure what that is. And the coffee dyed paper, bridge contract score sheet. This is dyed computer paper, old computer paper, like the one that had the holes on the sides of it. And then here's a little tuck spot here. Dyed notebook paper. And then this one I made a little, gotta watch that clip there. I made this little flip out. That, and I sewed all the way down it. And then I added a piece of seam binding, and this is a piece of muslin, and I sewed across there, and this is a vintage piece of lace, a daisy lace. Came like this. So that's vintage, it's old. So I have that clipped on there. And here's the book page with a tag sewn there to keep it shut. And here's some more seam binding and muslin with green stitching. vintage paper, notebook paper. This says Simply Perfect, and that's all glued down. This is a little tuck spot. That's a little cutout. This one says Forever. Another one of these gold envelopes. And a guest check in here. And more of the green crocheted lace that I dyed and sewed on. Here's another corner flip up. And this is a piece of cheesecloth and a little cutout there with a birdie. And here's another little cutout, and that's a little tuck spot as well. Or wait a minute. No, that one. Yeah, that one's a tuck spot. I thought it was. It's just stuck to through there. So there's a tuck spot there. I really hope you can see this. There's notebook paper, the vintage paper, coffee paper. There's another journaling spot in the book page. There's writing paper. More of the sewn there. And another tuck spot here. Feather tuck spot. Another tuck spot here. That goes like that. Pages. So this one has a lot of spots. And here's another fabric flip up here from the vintage fabric, and this is the same flower that I put on the little flip pocket back here, wherever that was. Right here. It's the same flowers back here. That's where the fabric came from. Paper, and there's another flip out here. It's held on with washi tape. I really like that one. There's some butterflies and some just random stitching for fun. That. And then here's another journaling card here. And I put this cute top hat cardstock there because I just thought it was cute. And the journaling card will stick in here, and this is open as well right here. So you can put stuff in there. So that is the green journal. You can see how pretty this paper is. It's glossy. And there's the front. So if you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. Thanks for stopping by.